So the Twisted Arbalest is one of those guns that never really took off in the game just because of how weird it is. Now, it is a little better because apparently they designed the bounces to target enemies more or less, and you see that when you play the game. Now, this is not a build you make for DPS or for, you know, a lot of performance things, you just make it for fun, like riding a bicycle, not much else. I tried to make this build a couple of times already, but apparently the game was too buggy in that period of time, so let's just go over it. We'll be using the Archon and the Ritualist. We'll be having health, mod duration and mod cost. Of course we'll have Maelstrom over here just because of how much damage we can do with the other stuff we have. We'll also be using the Cruel Axe. Yeah, a little bit of damage never hurts, right? More electricity everywhere. Also we'll have Fetid Wounds plus Voltaic Rondure because it can bounce the disc. It sounds a little bit crazy, but it can actually work like this very well. But sadly the main source of damage will be the detonation trigger because this is an explosion. The idea is to trigger the explosion or the Guardian Skull every time you shoot once. Basically one shot will be the damage from the skill, which is 500. Plus the burning damage, which is 1000. It's a lot more than that, of course. And of course the enemy will be corroded. So Red Ring of Death. Hand of the Fanatic, Kane Crystal, and the Gunslinger Ring. Sadly, I didn't find anything that is better suited for this one, just because of how this works. So, as you can imagine, yeah, we don't have a lot of reload options, we don't have a lot of other things, so this was kind of like the best middle ground I could find. So, let's just see the damage just without anything else. Oh great, that was with a lot of other things. But you can see the idea. It tends to bounce to the enemies. Also, keep in mind that we have amplitude over here, so it will affect everything that is on screen. So this is excellent for just clearing a lot of enemies, especially in places like the sewers, the streets of Lossom, and probably the dungeons of Nerud and some other locations as well. As you can see, it does nothing if you activate it again without... I think this is where the developers could have made something special. They should have allowed you to hit the same target again and again and again, not requiring you to hit it again. So yeah, if this was a group of enemies, it would have been dead. Now let's showcase this a little bit more, because I don't think people understand how much it tilts towards the target. Yes, it will always go to the target. Now the problem is that some bosses have big arenas, and we'll do this in a big arena. The ore can be overcharged by striking it with additional damage. It's not very clear how much damage it can do, but if you just do all of this at the same time, it will definitely be an interesting experience to watch. Now there is also another problem related to the reload speed and also how much ammo you have available, but I think that's not such a big problem. And another interesting thing will be over here, mod duration and mod cost. Just because we'll be using this, we can also buff the Voltaic Rondure, so this will buff both modes to the point where the idea is to have about 3 modes kind of circling the boss. If you can do that, you can hit anywhere the Voltaic Rondure or the boss and it will just fight with the boss, and it can do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. The problem will be that you need to hit it super fast as well. Let's go and see. Well, one of the advantages is that you don't need a lot of setup for the build, because you'll do a lot of raw damage anyway. Now, sadly you have to practice with this thing a lot. Not sure if it is or not. But the developers never really managed to make their controls feel intuitive and smooth, so that's why sometimes it will feel like it's a bit more clunky than you would like. You also have to remind yourself to reload before you do anything else at a safe distance. Reload. Shoot. I didn't bounce off very well. And I'm pressing it probably 2 or 3 times because sometimes it just doesn't trigger it. Oh, that was brilliant, did you see that? Now I'm just pressing it, it doesn't work and I hate it so much here. If the developers can fix the controls a little bit... Oh, okay. Stage 2 already. As you can see, the damage is real. Now this will work much better against these guys because they'll be slowed in the thingy, and then we can just use this. And with the amplitude, this will do a lot of damage. Of course, it will not be enough. Oh man, yeah. If they can improve the controls to be more responsive, this would be an amazing build. Because right now I'm pressing it a lot of times to trigger the thing. Yeah, that was pretty easy, especially because of the slow, and as you can see, it's so much better to farm. Yeah, it even hit some enemies 2 times. Oh yeah. I guess this will be the true test. I don't think the enemies will even have a chance to spawn to attack us. That's it? Really? Huh, that was not much of a wave. Oh, you missed most of them. Yeah, we're clearing room so fast that we don't even see the enemies. I guess on the open world it would be so much worse, but again, but it is.
Alright.
Oh, exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah, the damage is just too much. It just dismantles them. Well, this is an interesting area. Oh, we didn't even see that guy. How is this thing at range? Well, I guess it's more or less the same. Since they get killed by the... oh yeah.
Wonder what that is.
Yeah, it bounces off even the gravity anomaly. How does it react to the... wow, okay, that's one of the more interesting effects. I never realized you can actually do that. Okay, that's a very cool effect.